The halo of Hollywood sometimes lasts only a blink of an eye. In 2025, many once-loved stars suddenly faced a wave of criticism from the public. From controversial statements, unaccepted roles, to media misunderstandings, all of which have seriously shaken their image. And now let's take a look at the 10 names that made social networks talk the most in 2025. The surprising stories behind the bright lights of Hollywood. P. Diddy, from hip-hop billionaire to media storm in 2025. For decades, Sean Combs, also known by his stage name P. Diddy, has been a powerful symbol of American hip-hop. He is the founder of Bad Boy Records, contributing to the rise of legends such as the notorious B.I.G. and Faith Evans. In addition to music, Diddy has also built his own business empire in the fields of fashion, wine, and real estate, becoming one of the most successful Black entrepreneurs in Hollywood. However, by 2025, the image of the king of hip-hop has almost collapsed. Since the end of 2023, many sources and articles have begun to question his lavish lifestyle and private parties. Initially, the public thought that these were just exaggerated rumors, but by 2024, Diddy was embroiled in a series of civil lawsuits related to his alleged past misconduct. The case quickly attracted special attention from the international media and became the center of discussion on social networks. In January 2025, news of the authorities expanding their investigation caused public opinion to explode. Brands that had collaborated with Diddy simultaneously terminated their contracts, and his image was removed from advertising campaigns. The hashtag #CancelDiddy spread across social networks, dividing the online community into two streams of opinion. One side believed that people should wait for the final legal result, while the other side believed that there can be no smoke without fire. Diddy's career has since been almost frozen. Music projects were postponed. Fashion company Sean John struggled, and those who had collaborated with him chose to remain silent. From a symbol of success, P. Diddy has become a prime example of how fame can collapse in the blink of an eye when public opinion turns against him. Although the final outcome of the cases is still unclear, many consider this to be one of the most painful falls in the history of American showbiz. P. Diddy's story is a reminder that in the entertainment world, the halo can be bright, but it can also be extinguished overnight. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, from icon of freedom to eye of public opinion storm. If P. Diddy is the symbol of the music industry's downfall, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are the most controversial couple in recent years. The story started like a dream. An American actress entered the British royal family, married a famous and charismatic prince. Their 2018 wedding was watched by millions, seen as a symbol of modernity and diversity for the royal family. However, just a few years later, everything changed completely. After leaving their senior royal roles in 2020 and moving to the U.S., Meghan and Harry have been constantly in the media spotlight. Their 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they shared about the pressures and differences in royal life, shocked the world. Public opinion is divided into two camps. One sympathizes, the other believes they are retelling the old story to attract attention. From 2022 to 2024, the couple released a documentary on Netflix, Harry's memoir, Spare, and many other media interviews. Although they attracted a large number of viewers, over time, public reaction began to change. Some viewers thought they were repeating the same old message, while supporters still saw it as an attempt to tell the truth of two people who lived in the royal framework. In 2025, Meghan and Harry continued to be the center of attention, with many mixed opinions about their media career and business projects. Rumors of marital rift, commercial projects that did not meet expectations, and personal images being overexploited made them a hot topic on social media. Some say they are losing their initial sympathy, while others insist the couple is still pursuing their right to live freely outside the royal gaze. The British and American media relentlessly follow their every move, from attending events, public statements, to every personal choice. It is this excessive attention that makes Meghan and Harry one of the most talked about couples of 2025, both loved and criticized. Regardless of their position, it is undeniable that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have forever changed the image of the British royal family in the eyes of the public. They are symbols of courage to dare to change directions, but also clear evidence of the price of living between two worlds, between the spotlight and private life. Miley Cyrus. When rebellion becomes a double-edged sword. Once a Disney princess loved by millions of teenagers through Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus has gone through one of the most powerful image transformations in Hollywood. From a sweet girl, Miley has gradually become a symbol of rebellion, daring to be different and always knowing how to attract the attention of the world. Throughout her career, Miley has never been afraid to cause controversy. From unconventional performances to bold artistic products, she has always asked the question, what are the limits of creative freedom? In 2025, Miley continued to stir up the media when launching a series of projects with a very individualistic style of expression, with an experimental artistic direction. Many people praise this as her way of asserting her right to control her image and artistic identity. However, there are also opinions that Miley is repeating the shocking formula that made her famous, making the public feel tired. The comparison between Miley and Sydney Sweeney, a rising young star with a sexy yet sophisticated style, only heated up the story. Some thought Miley was trying to steal the spotlight, while loyal fans believed she was just being loyal to her own identity. Love her or hate her, there is no denying that Miley Cyrus is an artist who dares to go against the majority. She once said in an interview, "Art is born to break the mold." And perhaps because she always stays true to that spirit, Miley has become one of the most divisive figures in Hollywood in 2025. Not because of a lack of talent, but because she always chooses the path no one dares to take. Gwyneth Paltrow, the queen of controversy in the health industry. Once a shining star of Hollywood with a prestigious Oscar, Gwyneth Paltrow is now known not only as an actress, but also as the entrepreneur behind the famous lifestyle brand, Goop. Started in 2008 as a small newsletter sharing about food and health, Goop quickly developed into an e-commerce empire with a series of products about beauty, fashion, and mental care. Under Gwyneth's hand, Goop not only sells products, but also sells a lifestyle, luxurious, free, and focusing on balance from the inside out. However, it is the boldness and difference of this brand that makes Gwyneth the center of controversy. Many medical experts believe that some of the products and therapies that Goop promotes lack a clear scientific basis. Some incidents have even forced the company to pay compensation and commit to greater transparency in its advertising. Despite criticism, Gwyneth has steadfastly defended her philosophy. She believes that Goop is not just about healing, but a journey of exploring one's body, emotions, and self-awareness. According to her, listening to yourself and daring to try new things is the core of personal development. But to the public, Gwyneth Paltrow's image is clearly divided. One side sees her as a pioneer who dares to break the mold and inspire health freedom. The other side sees her as a symbol of detachment from reality, turning wellness into a luxury brand serving the upper class. Love her or hate her, there is no denying that Gwyneth has created a global wave, forcing the entire health and beauty industry to change its approach. But in 2025, amid endless controversy, Gwyneth Paltrow's name once again appeared on the list of 20 most hated celebrities of the year, not because she failed, but because she dared to walk the thin line between creativity and controversy. Kim Kardashian. Why is she one of the most controversial celebrities of 2025? Kim Kardashian, a global icon of the social media era, is one of the most influential figures in the entertainment world. But along with that huge reputation, she is also the name that divides the public the most. Some admire, some criticize, and very few are truly indifferent to her. From internet phenomenon to pop culture icon, Kim Kardashian began to be widely known from the noisy events in the early 2000s. But instead of being forgotten like many others, she turned that attention into a springboard, building a strong personal brand. Through reality TV shows, social networks, and fashion and cosmetic brands, Kim gradually became the face of an entire entertainment empire, the Kardashian-Jenner family. However, it is the way Kim maintains her reputation by sharing her private life and controversial stories that has made her the focus of criticism. Many people believe that she relies on the media and shock effects rather than her true artistic talent. Luxurious lifestyle and aloof image, Kim has often caused public discussion when posting lavish moments, from villas, supercars to luxury parties. Although that reflects her success and efforts in business, many people think that this image is too far from real life, making her lose her closeness to the public. Controversial beauty standards. Kim Kardashian is a strong shaper of modern beauty trends. Bold makeup, prominent curves, and a perfect image in front of the camera. But that also makes her the center of debates about the pressure of appearance in society. Some critics say Kim has contributed to the unrealistic beauty standards that have left many young people feeling insecure. On the contrary, her fans see this as freedom of self-expression, daring to live the way they want, regardless of prejudice. Efforts to renew the image, but still causing division. In recent years, Kim has actively participated in community projects and social activities, especially in the field of judicial reform. However, not everyone believes that she is really serious about this direction. Many people believe that this is a strategy to build a new image, less controversial, closer, and more humane. However, it is undeniable that Kim has had a great influence. She has sparked discussions about women's rights, personal confidence, and how celebrities can use their fame for positive social goals. The Kardashian family, an empire that is both admired and skeptical. Kim's success is tied to the media power of the entire Kardashian-Jenner clan, a true empire in the entertainment industry. But it is this dominance that makes many people think that they are covering the entire popular culture with a flashy lifestyle and media tricks. Kim Kardashian is a typical example of the downside of modern fame. Loved, admired, but also easily becoming the center of criticism. In 2025, she continued to appear on the list of the world's most controversial celebrities, not because of failure, but because Kim Kardashian has never stopped being a topic of discussion. Robert De Niro, from legend to controversy. Robert De Niro was once a golden icon of Hollywood cinema, with memorable roles in Taxi Driver, The Godfather Part 2, or Goodfellas. However, in recent years, his image has gradually become controversial, not only because of his film projects, but also because of many scandals surrounding his personal life and work. One of the most talked about cases was the legal dispute with former assistant Graham Chase Robinson. The media at that time reported on allegations related to De Niro's working environment and treatment in the company. Although the lawsuit resulted in a compensation verdict, more importantly, his image in the eyes of the audience was significantly affected. In addition, his outspoken political statements also made De Niro the center of controversy. While many people support his courage in speaking out, others believe that it has divided the public. Regarding his career, some of his recent films, such as The War with Grandpa or Dirty Grandpa, have not received the high ratings expected. Many audiences believe that these works have not fully demonstrated the ability of a legend who made cinema history, causing his image to be somewhat overshadowed. In addition, the media has also noted that De Niro has a strong personality and sometimes has a hot temper in interviews, something that makes him a respected figure, but also makes many people wary. All of this contributes to creating a complex portrait of Robert De Niro, a talented artist with many contributions, but also someone who is not afraid to express his true emotions and defend his views. Despite the controversy, it cannot be denied that he is still one of the most influential faces in Hollywood today. Dwayne Johnson, when The Rock's glory started to hit a storm. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was once one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, a symbol of hard work, optimism, and a never-give-up spirit. From the WWE arena to the big screen, he has conquered millions of audiences around the world. However, in recent years, Johnson's image has gradually become controversial. Many audiences believe that he is becoming too commercial when most of his activities revolve around promoting his personal brand, from energy drinks to tequila or blockbuster film projects. Some people commented that The Rock seems to be losing the intimacy that once made him loved. The movie Black Adam is a notable example. The project was expected by Johnson to open a new era for the DC universe, but the commercial results and critical response were not as expected. After this film, there were opinions that he was trying to control too many aspects of the product, from content to image, making the public feel that everything lacked the inherent naturalness. Not only in cinema, Johnson's return to WWE also caused a lot of controversy. When he took on a role in the executive board of TKO Group, WWE's parent company, many fans thought that The Rock was using his influence to create a personal mark rather than supporting young talents. Although there are still many supporters, the wave of opposing opinions shows that the public is looking at him in a more multidimensional way than before. In addition, critics also said that The Rock's recent roles are quite similar: strong, invincible, with few weaknesses, making his on-screen image safe and difficult to break through. Meanwhile, contemporary stars like Tom Cruise or Keanu Reeves are praised for daring to challenge themselves with many different roles. Of course, Dwayne Johnson is still one of the most influential artists in the world, and his journey is not over yet. But clearly, between fame and authenticity, The Rock is facing a big challenge: how to regain the approachable, simple image, the thing that made millions of people love him in the first place. Amber Heard, from promising actress to controversial icon of Hollywood, Amber Heard was once considered one of the brightest faces of Hollywood, with her attractive beauty and rising career. However, since the sensational legal case with Johnny Depp, her image has completely changed, becoming the center of controversy for many years. The story began in 2016 when Heard publicly accused Depp of abusive behavior. These accusations had seriously affected Depp's career. But by 2022, the defamation lawsuit between the two had attracted global attention. In this trial, both sides presented a lot of evidence, testimony, and details that shocked the public. The final result was in favor of Johnny Depp. And since then, Amber Heard has become the center of fierce criticism from the online community. Another issue that made her lose sympathy was the story of charity donations. Heard had announced that she would donate the entire $7 million divorce settlement to two charities. However, in court, she admitted that she had not yet completed the donation and had only committed to doing so in the future. The difference between committed and donated has made many people question the transparency of her words. In addition, some details presented in the trial, such as Heard's use of makeup to hide her injuries, have also become a topic of discussion. The cosmetics company in question has said that the product had not been launched during the time period Heard mentioned. This incident has further raised public doubts about the consistency of her testimony. Not only that, some side details of the lawsuit have been thoroughly exploited by social networks, creating countless memes and mocking videos. Whether true or not, this viral effect has seriously affected Heard's image, far beyond the scope of a personal lawsuit. In addition, conflicting testimonies between her and witnesses, including model Kate Moss appearing to clarify a detail Heard had mentioned, further polarized public opinion. Today, Amber Heard has become one of the most controversial figures in Hollywood. For many, she is an image of the complexities of the entertainment industry, where fame, media, and social media can turn a personal story into a global storm. While there are still people who support and sympathize with her, it is clear that Amber Heard's journey to restore her image will be one of the biggest challenges of her career. Danny Masterson, from sitcom star to outcast. Danny Masterson was once known to audiences through the popular sitcom series That 70s Show, where he was loved for his humorous style and calm appearance. However, in just a decade, that friendly TV star image has completely collapsed. In 2023, Masterson was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison after a court determined that he was involved in serious abuse in the early 2000s. The trial attracted global attention, not only because of the seriousness of the case, but also because the testimony from the victims sparked a wave of fierce public debate. One of the most infuriating factors was that Masterson was accused of using his relationship with the Scientology organization to pressure victims into silence for many years. Although the church denied the allegations, many of the court testimony still raised questions about the line between religious belief and legal responsibility. Masterson's response after the verdict was announced continued to be divisive. He did not publicly apologize or show remorse, which further tarnished his public image. Some of his former colleagues who worked with him on that '70s show also expressed deep disappointment, saying they no longer recognized the man they once knew. Once a stable actor, Danny Masterson has now become a symbol of collapse, where fame, power, and trust are replaced by protracted legal disputes. The incident not only ended his career, but also left a bitter lesson for Hollywood. No one is above the law, no matter how famous they are. These are the 10 most controversial faces in Hollywood in 2025. People who have divided public opinion with their actions, statements, or series of noisy events in the past year. Love them or hate them, there is no denying that they have left a strong mark on the entertainment industry. What about you? Who do you think really made waves this year? Leave a comment below to discuss. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos. See you in the next videos. See you in the next videos.